Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to your continuing coverage of the Defense 2, brought to you and organized by joinDOTA, commentated by Toshley and sponsored by Razor and BenQ. We saw Game 1 just a few moments ago where the team of DOTA got, well, sort of obliterated by POTM, a 16-minute and 15-second victory for them, with DOTA calling the GG very, very early on. We will, of course, continue on with Game 2 of a best of 3. These are the playoffs of joinDOTA's The Defense 2. POTM going on the dire side, hailing from the land of the Americas, and they will be fighting it out against Team DOTA from the land of the Ukraine on the Radiant side. We have a full roster for bottom. Frog sitting in the captain's chair, or indeed this is all pick, so no actual captain's chair going on here, which is downright unfortunate. It's a perfect opportunity to not only analyze lanes, analyze team composition, but introduce everything that's going on, introduce myself, introduce the game, the tournament, the teams, but alas, no such luxury will be had. We will have to jump straight in. Over on the team of DOTA, we have Jubas, the stand-in, playing as the Enigma. We have God Hunt playing as a Tide Hunter, and Artstyle taking up the role of the Naga Siren, a hero that we've only seen once or twice thus far in the game. Looking forward to seeing how the team of DOTA will try and utilize them. We have M on the Windrunner, and last but by no means least, we have once again Chen making a join to this game, making an appearance in this game rather. IKKKKKKK stand-in. And over on the team of bottom, are we going for an early Roshan? It's looking like we have Frog going straight into the Roshan pit, and a Smoke is up as well. Frog, of course, playing as that Invoker. We have IU2000 playing as a Tiny, Tides of Time playing as the Enchantress, and Sneaking playing as that Nature's Prophet, last but by no means least, way too sexy in the midnight, playing as a little Shrek. We are indeed going on for an early Roshan. Tiny taking the Roshan as best as he can, as well as the Treants to join the fray. And the team of DOTA have no idea that this is going on. It's a silly strat, it's not a common strat. More Treants to move in, healing sprites to try and bring that health up for the Tiny. He's getting awfully low. He could get taken down at this moment. He has to back off. One more hit will do it. Enchantress comes in to take the threat off him, and Tiny just barely survives. One right click away. Healing Salve going to bring him back to safety. Roshan taking a lot of damage, and bottom being a little bit cheeky. I think they're hinting towards something going on. Gee, PvE, player versus environment. That's not what Dota is about, is it? It's a bit more PvP, isn't it? Well, DOTA are soon going to find out what the hell is going on. When those words are uttered, Roshan has fallen to the die, with immortality here to be secured up by the team of, by the Invoker rather, and everyone having a level 2 on their hands, so got a little bit of an advantage, and all of a sudden the team of DOTA are realizing that's where the hell they were. Those bastards were doing a level 1 Roshan. And already this allows them to go straight into super aggression, having a 1 level advantage and a slight gold advantage. If we look at the graph, bloody hell, 1.5k for the XP, 1000 for the gold. Bottom rocketing ahead straight from the get-go. Looking at the lanes, we have Naga Siren down bottom. Tide Hunter will be babysitting her around. We have Chen in the jungle, as you expect. M going solo mid, the Windrunner going solo mid, and Enigma going solo top. Somewhat curious to, well, not really curious actually. You put Chen in the jungle because he can utilize the jungle better than the Enigma. The Enigma can, however, get better farm. I personally would have maybe, actually I have no idea what I personally would have done. Disregarded everything. We don't have the last hit and denies up for some strange reason, because we're silly. And over on the side of bottom Enchantress in the jungle, we have Leshrac alongside, who's that other bastard, the Tiny over in the top lane. We have Invoker in the mid, and down the bottom we have, of course, the Nature's Prophet. Where the hell is the actual Leshrac? I saw the illusions, I don't know where he is. Okay, so he's pulling the neutral camp. That explains where he is. And surprisingly, bottom not being as aggressive as I would have thought. We can already see M dealing out the aggression to this poor Invoker being brought very low in HP. And I'm surprised we're not just pushing on them, trying to deal as much damage, even in lane, not even grouping up and going for kills, just being aggressive in the lane, but we're seeing none of it. And this is some cute little jungling going on by the Enigma. Attacking them from the low ground, playing it safe, it's very smart indeed. Yeah, not that much aggression coming out, which I'm really surprised about. I thought bottom would be capitalizing on the fact that they just secured an early Aegis. We have Chen getting into position. We want to try and get a gank on the poor Nature's Prophet, and we're going to try and push past this tower. However, the Nature's Prophet is staying it very safe. He's hiding right next to the tier 2. He doesn't want to get caught out. Currently 0 for 0 in the last hit departments. Chen is moving in. We have a Troll Shaman here to try and help out. However, he's too far back to go for an early gank, but we could just use this to do some damage to the creep wave. We can of course resurrect, bring some zombies up into the fray, deal some damage to the tower, soak up some hits, and so on and so forth. And again, really surprised that we're not seeing Frog. Here's the aggression that I was waiting for. Cold Snap, as well as he's going full Exalt, so Cold Snap, Sunstrike, it'll do a lot of damage. And already M finding himself in some trouble. If we Cold Snapped, right-clicked, and then did... Oh, Cold Snap to come down now, and a few more right-clicks could be the first blood for the team of POTM bottom, but they elect to not follow it up. Of course, the Windrunner coming out of the Windrunner would make it a little bit more difficult to get that final blow. POTM bottom pushing their way through to this top tower. But the team of Dara are doing the exact same down the bottom. We have Nagasari moving in, trying to do a bit of damage to the Nature's Prophet. Nature's Prophet will ultimately be fine. Have to be careful with this creep wave. It is quite powerful at this early stage of the game. The right-click damage is coming out. The Chen creep is about to get taken down, and Nature's Prophet has to be very careful. He's already being brought to about a quarter of his HP. First blood has been spilt. Chen has been taken down. Nature's Prophet is going to pay for it. However, he doesn't back off. Or yes, he does. First blood, Sunstrike to go down, and the poor Tidehunter takes a fall to the team of POTM bottom.
Radiant's top tower has
2-0 for them thus far. I'm very surprised that the Nature's Prophet is still alive. to be honest, for like, I don't even know how he didn't die then. And the tower gets denied as well. So they can't try and even the gold up, and the top tower has taken a fall for the team of Dara. POTM bottom securing that very easily with the use of this, with the edict to come out of the Leshrac. Very easy for them to pick up. Nature's Prophet securing himself a haste ring, going to run straight to reinforce this top lane, even though he can TP. Screw TPing, running is better. We can run a marathon today.
Thanks be to you.
He says thanks, as I believe he just got a clarity or something. And we're going to continue pushing down this top lane. Damage to the tier 2 tower is already being dealt with. We can see the edict melting his HP, just falling very, very rapidly. Treants coming in to reinforce. And if fortification is not available. And this could be a very easy tier 2 tower for the team of POTM bottom. Dara are not reinforcing at all. Enigma is staying back and playing it safe. He doesn't want to push himself too far forward. And the tier 2 tower takes a fall for the team of POTM bottom. A very quick tier 2, 4 minutes into the game. Looking at the gold, a big advantage for the team of POTM bottom, and over onto the side of the XP, it's just as big, a 3k advantage. Even though it's only 2-0, that's a significant XP advantage. We're continuing to push forward. We're almost at that barracks. We're doing damage to the tier 3, but reinforcements are rolling in. Split Earthers to go down. Enigma trying to do what he can. Malphite stun to go down there on the Tiny. We have Chen coming in from the side. They might pay for their impudence. Chen Nuke to go out, as well as the heals from the Enchantress will keep everyone to relative safety. Net to go down there on the Tiny. In comes the damage. Furin going to TP him out, and he's going to be the first to fall. Split Earth didn't looking like it missed, but the poor Enigma still takes a fall. Despite all the commitment that they did, they finally took down the Tiny, but they still suffered casualties as a result, and continuing to go down there on the Chen. The snow is going to land there on the Windrunner, and this will allow him to escape easy peasy. Power shot to go through. It hit him, and he currently has 30 HP. And Artstyle still moving in. This could be a bad idea. I don't think this is wise. And Nets to go out. What's the point? And he might die as a result. If we just have a slow come out from the Enchantress, then it could be GG for that poor Artstyle. But Nagasari does indeed get away. Going to be sent back to base by the Chen. If the Chen was alongside the Artstyle, that would have been pretty good, because Chen could send the Nagasari back to base when danger rolled in. If Chen continued with the pursuance, it could have potentially been a kill, because Artstyle can dive deeper, really deep, because of the safety TP. He gets still in hand for that Invoker. He's definitely very happy about that. He's going for the 4 points in Quas and 4 points in Exalt build for the double Forged Spirits. Very standard in the current Western scene for Dota 2. It's what just about everyone loves to do. Very few will go full Exalt. I think Scandal is one of the few that just goes full blast Exalt. And then we have the Chinese Dota actually focuses more on Quas Wax, which I actually like a lot more. It's not as fun, in my opinion, but I think it's more effective. The ability to just drain mana. That's cute. That's really awesome, actually, the way that they're talking to each other like that. Pity Tidehunter didn't have anything to respond with, but it's still really cool. These other details that other games don't have. Split Earths go down, Edict going to do a big chunk of damage to everyone nearby. I keep forgetting that the Shrek is on the same team. This tier 3 tower is going to take a full power shot to fly through. The Shrek being brought very low in health indeed. And we're continuing to push out on the barracks. But reinforcements are rolling in. Dara definitely don't want to let them get this. I can't believe, however, they let them get a tier 3 tower 7 minutes into the game. Instead to go down there on the Nature's Prophet. Double damage currently on hand for the Naga Siren. Troll Trap to go down. This is a dead Prophet, but it will not be enough, and he does TP out. The damage is too strong for him. Immediately buys back to return to the fray, teleporting over here to the bottom lane to defend it. Easy peasy from this Tidehunter. And Emma moving in. We currently want to go in the Tiny and on the Invoke. We need to remember the Aegis of the Immortal. However, killing him will not be all that successful. Cold Snap to go down. M taking a big chunk of damage. Wind running past all of the creeps. Unable to hit them. Missing the Split Earth. Very nicely done by M. Avoiding it, rather. But Frog does manage to escape without suffering too much damage. A nice offensive ward to be placed down here by the team of Pot and Bottom. It's going to give them full vision of this area. And allow them to, well, see whenever danger could potentially be rolling in. The Enigma currently 16 for 6. Not sure what he's going to build towards next. He has the Soul Ring. Mech would be an obvious choice, but he's not getting the greatest amount of farm. Meantime, Dara could be getting caught out. We currently have Cold Snap to go down, trying to win run to safety. The Sprout has gone down. Burrow Strike missing completely. A Sunstrike rather. Split Earth also being a miss. I keep calling Burrow Strike Sunstrike for some reason today. I have no idea why, but it's very silly of me. Chen working his way towards a mechanism, not having much more to go, about 500 more. We're currently closing in on M once again. We want to try and capture this Windrunner. Nature's Prophet trying to get in position as best as he can. Will he be able to achieve it in the meantime? Scream to go down. Are we waiting for this good positioning? Is Tidehunter nearby? No, Tidehunter... Well, okay then. Instead to go down there on the Shrek, he will take a fall. Cold Snap landing there on the Windrunner. Trying to win Peters to Chen. And currently chasing in here on the Enchantress. Have a Sunstrike to go down. Not sure who that hit at all. And the team of Dara deciding to back off. Frog getting awfully low. Still has the Aegis of the Immortal. Hasn't had an opportunity to use it yet. Also, Tiny killed someone a few moments earlier. Not sure who it was. But he killed him. I just saw kill. Wait, we can have a look, can't we? Let's see. Tiny just owned Enigma. Poor guy. Just securing himself boots. So he's not a very happy Enigma. As of this moment, in the meantime, we're going to have Art Style and Tiny meet up. We have a Tide to go down, and neither side taking all that much damage, really. Waveform, right? Wait, what the hell is that called? Riptide.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Bottom are pushing their way towards this tier 1 tower over the bottom lane. The sole push going to be that of the Furion, and Dara are steadily making their way down here to reinforce, but they're not exactly pulling in fast. Hand of Midas for the Prophet, currently level 8, just having some boots of speed. And we're going for Roshan once again. I'm very surprised we didn't try and make use of the first Aegis. But then again, Dara just never really, they didn't really push on them very hard. And we're going to do Roshan once again, even despite the fact that the full team of Dara is still in the game. And Dara don't seem to have any idea. Everything's been counter-warding if there were any wards in there to begin with. And this is very good for them as well. We've got some illusions. We're going to use them to scout out and make sure no reinforcements are rolling in. And the team of Dara look completely unaware that this is going on. And Roshan will take a fall for the second time. The Aegis of the Immortal being secured by Tiny this time. And Pot and Bottom looking for some blood. We've achieved a nice little victory and we want more, they yell out. And they might get sandwiched in here. Invoker coming in, not committing, however. We do have several members of Dara here, so taking them on might not be easy. And Invoker going in head fast. Chen creep to go down with a little bit of damage. Chen nuke landing down as well. Avalanche to follow. Sunstrike as well as a toss and the Split Earth. And so much damage, and the Tidehunter instantly melts. And Pot and Bottom after just walk back. It's like, we've killed them. Let's just settle with that. We're happy. Got a kill. We could go for more, but let's not risk it. We're so far ahead. There's no point in just pushing forward senselessly. Looking at the gold, closing in on a 10k advantage and a 5k advantage in the XP department, all for the team of Pot and Bottom. Looking fantastically strong thus far in this game. Dara haven't actually taken any towers. The bottom one is missing, but it was denied by the Nature's Prophet. And it looks like they want to go for a trade, tier 1 for tier 1. The tier 1 over at the bottom lane for Dara has taken a fall. We're going to try and trade it for this middle one, and it might be enough. We have a fortification, however, and reinforcements are already rolling in. And it looks like Dara will not be able to secure this tower this day. Like, POTM already looking like they want to get some superior positioning up in here. See if they can take on this big congregation of DERA members over in the middle lane. Will they be able to do it? We'll have to wait and see.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
1500 in the bank for the Fury, and has a Medallion of Courage. What he wants to go for next is all open. He's continuing to push down this lane while the team of DERA trying to take this tier 1. Fury might be able to successfully take down the barracks. However, TPs are rolling in. We have Enigma coming in to put an absolute stop to this, and he should be enough to prevent any further pushing. The tier 2 tower over at the bottom lane has taken a good amount of damage, and DERA moving in to possibly pick up some easy kills. Enchantress, we getting caught out way out of position. We have the Entangle to go down there on the Leshrac, Split Earth to go down, Sunstrike landing as well. It does hit on the Chen, it does take him down. And DERA doing what they can. Oh no, the Ravage and the Scream at the worst possible time. They're feeling dumb as of this moment. They're just leaving. They're just thinking, oh god, I can't believe that we just did this. We're gonna go now. And a double kill for the Invoker, and that was just, oh jeez. DERA not feeling that great right now. The Scream, the Siren goes out, and then the Ravage right when it... Oh, that hurts. That hurts so much. I've seen that happen in PUBG games, and it's the worst thing ever, but to have it happen in a professional game, the amount of communication should be sufficient to make sure nothing like that happened, but I guess it was a moment of panic. And, not good. It's now to go down. Shackle to follow, currently going in on the poor Tiny, but he's moving in, he doesn't care. Hand of God to fly down, the instantly popping Cold Snap to go down. Instant poppage. We have the Enigma Malthus Stun to go down, but holy crap, the poor Naga Siren. Chen takes a fall, a Black Hole to pick every single member of POTM, and this is a nice little pickup for DERA. Currently the Shrek on the run. We're going to use the Aegis, but they have no reason to back off. Tiny's back into the game, and immediately the Tidehunter pops. Enigma follows, and despite a fantastic Black Hole, the team of DERA are all going to pay for it. The Nature's Prophet does take a fall. A nice Shackle to come out of the Windrunner. And possibly Ice Wall to go down. This will allow for the escape of the Invoker just barely. No Ensnare to come out. But a really nice engagement for DERA. Now, why weren't they playing like that from the early stages of the game? I have no idea. We just went from Ravage and Siren at the exact same time, which of course completely negates the Ravage, to a really fantastic engagement. Some nice shackles, some nice positioning, and a great Black Hole. So if they played like that in the last game, they played like that from the start, they would be winning this all over. That was some great play to come out of DERA. Force up being worked towards here by the Windrunner. Tidehunter not even having boots or a buckler or anything. He's not very happy with himself as of this moment. 5 last hits thus far, 4 deaths. Mechanism being the only item in hand for the Chen. No Ring of Bacillus, no mana boots. Enigma having Power Treads, having Soul Ring, 500 in the bank, that's about it. We're really starved for gold right now on the team of DERA. On the side of POTM, we have Tiny already having Drums, Treads, Ring of Bacillus, and of course the delicious Blink Staff. And it looks like we're working towards some Phase Boots for the Nature's Prophet. Not something you see every day, but I can understand why you would do it. Invoker's working his way towards a delicious Stick of Sheeping. And we're going to continue to just press on this tower. Blinking in, throwing straight into the mix. Riptide to follow. Colt Ice Wall to go down. Malthus Stun to land down there on the Leshrac. Power Shot to fly through. Mech going to bring everyone back to maximum safety. In comes a Ravage. A nice Ravage to come out. A fantastic Shackle to come through too. The Enchantress is instantly going to melt, but the Tidehunter will pay for it. The Medallion of Courage. Chen Heal to go down a little bit late. Could have been useful a lot earlier, I have to say. Malthus Stun to go down there on the Leshrac. He's getting awfully low. A Shackle to fly through. Very nice Shackle again. One Power Shot is all it would take. Chen takes a fall. Wait, no he didn't. He got the kill. Never mind. Deafening Blast to fly through, and the Cold Ice Wall means that no one can pursue. And is just going to force off his way to safety, but M wants some blood. He wants it bad, but can he take it? Tiny is here, and M is dead. The Avalanche Toss combo is too strong. The Centaur was here as well. Gonna try and do what damage it can, but it's just gonna be free farm. And one thing I have to say is DERA is being awfully daring. Pardon the pun, that was not intended in the slightest. But seriously, DERA are just pushing forward, and Artstyle could possibly get caught out here. Invoker waiting in position can just force staff down and start dealing out the pain at any moment. Electing to walk around, however, not actually going on him. Oh, here's what we're going for. Double damage, and this is going to be a very dead Naga Siren. Naga Siren does have good escape, however. Snare to go down, and while Deafening Blast goes out, will it be enough? Cold Snap to go down. We're currently trying to deal as much right-click damage as possible, and looks like we're going to go on him. However, the Shrek coming in to reinforce. We have the Nature's Prophet teleporting in as well. Fury and ulti to go down, and dead. Trying to TP it out with the Chen, but it's not good enough. Troll Trap to go down there on the Fury, and very nicely done by the Chen. It might allow him to just barely escape, but Tiny's moving in. The Blink is off cooldown. He is dead. Avalanche Toss is too strong, and the Chen instantly pops. Tiny earning himself a killing spree. Trying to kill off these Chen creeps. Damage is not enough. Just yes, it is. Gets denied here by the Windrunner. Medallion of Courage being popped, using him on creeps because why not? Even low the creeps, immediately blinking in, tossing him into the fray. Force staffing out to safety. Absolutely fine. And the team Potterbottom just going to press on this tier 3 tower over the mid. A nice shackle to come out of the Windrunner once again. Power shot to follow through, force staffing away. And we're going to try and follow this up. A Scream to come out, and now, well, the money combo can't be had because Ravage is currently on cooldown, 15 seconds, but a Black Hole is to follow. That's what we were looking for, and a lot of damage to be out. Power Shot to fly through, and a Ravage will follow, immediately get stunned, Hand of God to go down, and Ravage isn't even necessary. Actually, maybe it could be useful. Frog trying to get away, Malphite stun to come down on him, Riptide to follow as well. He's trying to TP out, but it is not enough, and Frogged is going to take a fall. More fantastic play to come out of Dara. Invoker immediately buying back. We didn't even use a Ravage there. Didn't even see the Ravage, rather. Wasn't necessary at all. Another fantastic engagement for Dara. Now the question is, why weren't they playing like this before? The kills are almost even, but of course they have such a significant tower disadvantage. Pot and bottom would be rocketing ahead in the gold, 15k gold advantage, and a 5k in the XP department. But we can see a big jump after that engagement. We can see where these engagements have happened. Big jumps back in favor for the team of Dara. Gold not making that much of a difference, however. Shrek buy something. He doesn't have much gold on him. I'm surprised we don't have some form of mana regen. Mem trying to run his way to safety. Force stuffing away, combined with a wind run. Easy peasy. She is fine. But the Tide Hunter isn't. He's getting caught out. Medallion of Courage to go down. He takes a fall. That is no Ravage. A nice shackle to come out of the Windrunner once again. Power Shot to follow through. A lot of damage to be dealt to sneaking. Mech to go down. Is the damage going to be enough? But a Split Earth to land there on the poor Nagasar, and she does get taken down. M trying to run away to safety. Will be able to do so with the use of the Windrun. And that was... I don't even know what to say. Chen's... Wait, he stole it back. Wait a second. He stole it back. Which actually doesn't work out very nicely because it has the time duration on it. Fortification is going to go down. Another fantastic shackle. Actually, it's not a double shackle. But it's still a good shackle nonetheless. Fury and TPing in, deciding to cancel, not wanting to TP into the midst of the action. Going to rotate down to this bottom lane and see if we can take this down. Is someone about to get plowed? No one's caught out. We're just going back here to kill off the creep wave. Dara force in their base at all times to try and hold this off. We already have the melee barracks taking a fall over in the top lane. Actually, it's the range barracks. Hang on a second. I think, are they named wrong or am I wrong? I'm not sure. Because the naming of buildings and whatnot has been very long as of late. You know, Rashawn's name Tornado, for example. A big engagement about to be happening here. Blinking straight in, being thrown into the mix. Riptide to go out, Deafening Blast to follow. Mech Charge is going to happen out as well. Midnight Pulse to do a bit of damage to everyone that's nearby. Hand of God and a nice Ravage to come out of Dara. Fantastic engagement, fantastic shackle once again. And Leshrac is going to take a fall. Split Earth at the last moment. Nagasarin falls, so does the Chen. And the Leshrac is going to survive getting tossed out as well. M trying to do what damage he can. Pulse Nova to go out. M is a daring indeed. Power Shot to go through, just barely misses. And the Leshrac is so low in HP. Windrunner immediately buying back. I think she really wants to kill that Leshrac. But is there much that M can do about it? I don't think so. Is the Power Shot going to fly through? It will not. We've already taken a lot of damage. M being brought to half HP already. Enigma has joined the fray. Getting bursted down here by the Storm, the Forge Spirits. Seeking a nice Malphite stun and a nice rock, and a toss avalanche means that they're both freaking dead. Actually, the Windrunner just barely escapes with force staffing straight ahead, but the Windrunner allowing the right clicks to be all absorbed. Sunstrike to go down, Power Shot to follow through. Nature's Prophet buys back and immediately TPs back into the fray. One right click from death. Tide Hunter takes a fall. Sprout to go down on the Chen once again. Medallion of Courage try and do what it can. Invoker takes a fall. Mech Charge is a little bit too late and currently on the run. However, we have the glorious Siren
Dire's middle
But how are we going to engage from here on out? Can we do it? Tides of Time almost getting immediately bursted down and Snare to go down, force-offing away to safety. The power shot just barely misses. The Sprouts healing them up as best as they can. Furion's going to TP out. We're currently continuing to chase in on the Enchantress, and will it be enough? Do we have a Shackle to come out? In 10 seconds we will have... Oh no, wait, Shackle's currently off cooldown. We're just waiting for the range. There it goes. A nice Shackle to go down indeed. And this will be the death of Tides of Time. Riptide to go out. A power shot will be enough to take the kill. Killing spree to be secured here by the Windrunner. It looks like we want to rotate to this middle lane. We have Tiny very low in HP. Leshrac is same can be said for him as well. Artstyle and M homing in on their targets, but will they be able to reach them in time? Tiny can just blink himself away, but he doesn't have the mana to use that blink dagger. Well, he does now, and as a result, he's just going to return straight back to safety. And invisibility going to be left here by everyone. We're all just walking past it. I'm not sure if they didn't see it or if they just didn't notice it. Guess there is a lot of action unfolding as of this moment. Alacrity alongside the Forge Spirit is going to absolutely smash this creep wave into bits. And here's the thing, it's called Treant. They're not Treants, they're Forge Spirits, so I'm not sure if I'm just wrong about the melee barracks. Well, they're both dead anyway, so it doesn't matter anymore. Incineroar land down on the Invoker. He's going to be fine. However, more members are TPing in. He can just right-click his way to great victory. I'm surprised the Invoker's only level 14. Thought he would have been higher. Naga Siren thinking of moving in, but alas, no such thing will happen. But we have the Tiny coming in from the side, the Invisibility Rune, and Artstyle's freaking dead. Cold Snap to go down, and Ayu is just going to move in. There's a Blink, there's the Avalanche, there's a Toss, and there's the Death. Hand of God to go down, doesn't matter in the slightest. Naga Siren falls, and Tiny gives off the warning. You gotta be careful with those fallen rocks, folks. Once again, we're just stealing creeps from the Enchantress, which is kind of funny, kind of cute. All day, every day, stealing creeps, power shot to fly through, weaken the creep wave ever so slightly, and the Furion is teleport, nice Shackle to come through, Deafening Blast to go down, Sprat as well, Meteor Blast to come through, Mech Charge to go down. And a nice Black Hole immediately getting cancelled, Ravage to follow, a good Ravage, but we have no damage to follow it up because every member of Dara is dead, and the Sole Survivor M is about to be taken down. Impedus doing a big chunk of damage, trying to use a Force Staff to get to safety. It will be enough, but the Sunstrike to come down is the damage is not sufficient. And Windrunner just barely survives, but at what cost? The towers are about to be taken down, the barracks are all dead, and this is, well, GG-ish. Scream to go down, but, you know, what can we do from here on out? Artstyle going to try and defend as best that he can. Quantic going, ha ha ha, what is this? Painted Gold just laughing it up. But M coming in to try and reinforce, doing a nice chunk of damage to everyone that's nearby, actually. If we had one or two more members, a potential lot of death could have rolled into the team of Bottom. Tidehunter moving in, trying to deal with damage he can. Cold Snap to go down, Malphite stun landing as well. Shackle to follow through. Another great Shackle to come out of that Windrunner. These Shackles to come out of M are just fantastic, but they had no damage to follow it up once again. They had to retreat to the safety of their fountain. Alacrity to come down there on the Invoker. Gush to follow through. A lot of damage to be dealt. The conversions immediately being taken down. M moving in once again. Another great Shackle actually just landing on the creep. Malphite stun currently landing on the range creep there. Or actually it was just a Shackle. Malphite stun coming, and immediately M melts. DD is coming out of both sides. Second game being secured by the team of Bottom. 2-0 against Dara. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the playoffs for the Defense 2. Bottom going up against Dara. Game 2, with Game 1 being secured by Bottom, and the same sentiment can be said for Game 2. Bottom securing the victory very rapidly. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Toshley. I'll see you next time.